clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about is the 5-man phased out of the game, and all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Jacks up a 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Tipped. Dort with a steal. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Hartenstein. Outside, Williams. Drains the triple.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randle. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And Doris, no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Now here's Edwards. 6 points for him. Puts it up. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Williams. Pass to Holmgren. The 3 is up. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams with it. Back to Dort. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires it. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Dort against Edwards. That 3's off the mark. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Williams from long range hits the trifecta. Williams has got 6.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Randle, a screen on Williams. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Now here's Edwards. He has 6. Out to DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. And a fast break now for the Thunder. From deep, Holmgren. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's McDaniels. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. And the Thunder shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort. The 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
You can see the work Lou Dort has put in to make himself a threat from 3. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
Here's Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
They get it back out to the right wing. Down low. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And it's Holmgren missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to Edwards. Gobert with it. Back to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Williams. Here's Edwards. Here he goes.
Oh, wow! Incredible! This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Oklahoma City.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
2 Jalen Williams out there for him. Jalen with an E at the 3 and Jalen with an I at the 5. Alex Caruso is out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Wiggins in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going in the second. Now here's Joe. Caruso outside. Releases. Oklahoma City gets it back. Here's Williams. Unable to get that one. Timberwolves trail by 7. Reed passes to Alexander Walker. Here's the 3. The rebound by Wiggins. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Minnesota. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Now here's Caruso. No points so far. Sinks the tray. And the Thunder lead by 7.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Reed for 3. Williams grabs the board. The Thunder have got just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Dillingham's checked in for Clark.
First team foul. Now to the line.
Here's Williams. 12 points for him. Pass to Caruso. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here's Dillingham from downtown. Joe grabs the miss. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Williams with it. Randall's in his pocket. Now Williams. Shot clock at 6. 4-3, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision-making.
Here's Randall. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 10. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul of the game. For the Thunder, Chet Holmgren comes in for Williams, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Joe. There's 1:59 left to play in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. The 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Outside Conley. Outside Alexander Walker for 3. Randall. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now. Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Randall with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Randall can't hit. The Thunder shooting just 31% in today's game. Not great. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Randall. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Randall's got 8.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Caruso finds Holmgren. 4-3, Holmgren.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Randall against Holmgren. Here's Reed. Pass to Alexander Walker. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Substitution on the floor.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of this one. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. That shot, no good. 1 second left. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for the Thunder. He's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. McDaniels a screen on Dort. They grab their own miss. Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Dort defending. Here's Edwards. Plenty of space. The baseline J is off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. From deep. Another miss by Minnesota.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And there's the lob. And stolen by Holmgren. And they're running. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Boy, that is a heads-up play right there by Lou Dort. He sees an opening and gets the ball exactly where it needs to go.
And it's Shea hitting the 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays. One
thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Now Williams. Pass to Dort to the inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And here's Edwards outside. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Edwards has got 13 now.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Dort for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dort against Edwards to the paint. Randall, the pass to Edwards. Now here's DiVincenzo. Edwards a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Gobert. Dort with a steal. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Williams. McDaniels covering. Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Back to Holmgren. Williams with it. Three-pointer. That one's off. His 3rd miss out of 8 tries. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you. Back to Holmgren. Throws it up high.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Takes the 3. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniels. Williams from long range. The long distance 3 is buried. Williams has got 6 in the quarter. Here's Randall to stop the run. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
The kick out to Williams. Off the mark there with a 3. The Timberwolves have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Gobert with the stuff.
And vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
Dort finds Williams. Dort, a screen on McDaniels. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Left side Reed. The 3-ball. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Isaiah Joe is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. Then it's Jalen Williams. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Reed for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Reed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Caruso penetrating. Wiggins for 3. Knocks down the long J. And the Thunder lead by 14.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Pass to Wiggins from the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Kicks it out to Clark. Inside. Left side, Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Reed. And it's in there. Reed's got 5 points in the quarter. Thunder leading by 12. Wiggins for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 tonight. Reed passes to Alexander Walker. Back to Reed. The kick out to Conley. 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. And Williams punches it home.
Yeah, nice finish from Williams on the alley-oop. I mean, that takes some real athleticism.
Reed for 3. Hits the three-pointer.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Joe, the pass to Caruso. Williams against Clark. There's the triple. Joe misses. Timberwolves trail by 11. And here's Conley. Ooh, ripped away. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Gobert. And here's Clark for 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, it takes some guts to pull up from three-point range on the fast break, but definitely the right move. You drill it, you look good.
Williams passes to Williams. Williams with it. He's against Gobert. Wiggins finds Caruso. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Wiggins outside. Counted from distance. Wiggins got 9 points in the quarter. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hardenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Caruso. Pass to Holmgren. And here's Dort. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here we go, all alone. Reed against Dort. Outside McDaniels. Edwards looking for an opening. Clock at 6. Edwards on target.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Dort, the pass to Williams. Back to Dort. And stolen by Edwards. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. The 3, DiVincenzo. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. They led by as many as 18. From behind the arc. They get it back. Here's Hardenstein. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul. First team.
Good on the first. And that'll put him up by 9. And so Hardenstein nails both of them.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Edwards against Dort. Puts up a deep 3. Edwards can't hit. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
Pulls up, high post. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better.
Well, the amount of stars that both of these teams have accumulated, that gets me pretty excited. And these are the type of games that for fans, they love to see the star power shine. And you never know, that expected greatness could be on display for us here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. Dort wide open, trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Brown wide open, he fires. Off target from three-point range. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. It's a three-point game. Holmgren can't hit. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with it. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Dort kicks to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the Thunder another three.
And it's SGA showing he can play without the ball.
Outside Holiday, bangs home the trifecta.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
They grab their own miss. Holmgren in the corner. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Here's Dort. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
White the pass to Brown. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dort. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Leading by 5. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
Porzingis can knock him down from out there. He's just looking for some consistency.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. 1 of 3, Holmgren. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Holiday with it. Outside Tatum. Shoots over Holmgren. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from the wing. And it's good off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
White the pass to Tatum. From deep. Tatum with another miss. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Williams dishes to Williams. Good on the triple. Williams has got his second basket of the game.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Aaron Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Here's Hauser. A three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City trailing. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
It's stolen by White. Outside, Horford. Takes the 3. Thunder with the rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
The Thunder with another miss. Boston leading by 4. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Trains the three-pointer.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
A three-pointer, Wiggins, and it's White with the rebound. Caruso with the steal. Here's Hartenstein. That misses off the backboard. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And again, Boston with the triple.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Pritchard. He's got 6. And the turnover again by Boston. Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Luke Cornett.
For the Celtics, number 12, Torrey Craig.
Thunder trailing by 8. Williams for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Williams has got 9 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pritchard passes to Horford. From outside the arc. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Oklahoma City's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Sinks the triple. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctor.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
Wiggins passes to Hartenstein. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Over in the corner, White. Horford with a screen on Hartenstein. And White kicks to Craig. There's the 3. And it's White missing. Now the Thunder with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. This one for 3. Joe can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hartenstein inside, guarded by Horford. Fade away. Horford with the rebound. The Celtics with the lead. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Chet Holmgren in for Williams. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Caruso, the pass to Wiggins. Back to Caruso. Williams dishes to Wiggins. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. Holiday looking over the floor. Porzingis kicks to Brown. Knocks down the 3 ball. Brown's got 6.
That's a smart pass. Get it to Brown and just let Jalen cook.
Caruso, no good. And here's Porzingis. Pass to Craig. Outside Holiday. Brown with it. Here's Pritchard. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And the first half is now in the books. It's the Celtics up 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said you can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jalen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. 5 on the clock. Drills it from outside. Holmgren's got 6 points.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
And the rejection by Holmgren. Pass to White from downtown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Celtics leading by 9. Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Off target with his 3. For Oklahoma City, they've gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That's tipped. Pass to Holmgren. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren kicks to Dort. No good on the 3. Boston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 9 points. Holmgren can't hit. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Pass to Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Driving to the basket. The wide open look here for Hartenstein. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Brown. The kick out to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Celtics leading by 12. Pass to Tatum. Over Holmgren. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And Chet Holmgren gets the 3. Holmgren's got 6 points in the quarter.
And playing up tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Brown outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got 12 in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. Make that pass in his sleep.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Gets it off. He knocks it down. But wait a minute. Fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay.
And so it's the Boston Celtics heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Alex Caruso out there with Wiggins. Then it's Williams. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. From the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Cornette's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hauser. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Hauser the pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard. The 3. It's good from long range.
Such a solid and unique big man in today's game. Horford's passing skills and ability to find the open teammate is very special.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 ball is good.
How smooth was that as Gilgeous-Alexander just rising up that time. Great pace.
Jacks up a 3. Pass to Cornette. Latray. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Celtics lead by 10.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Joe tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't.
That's
a
great
down
dunk.
freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land.
SGA doesn't rely on the three to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Pritchard passes to Cornette. Horford against Wiggins. Pass to Pritchard. Lets the three fly. Thunder with the rebound. Williams has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Pritchard. No good from outside.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Caruso kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Here's Hauser, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Fires from deep. Rebound Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pritchard passes to Horford. Brown outside. Pass to Hauser. Takes it from 10, and another basket for Boston. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Yep, it counts.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And here's Brown outside. Rebound by Williams.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long. Gilgeous-Alexander going to celebrate that one.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pritchard. This ball moved by Boston. To the left side wing. Takes a three. That one doesn't go.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Brown's shot is good.
And guys, really no surprise to see Brown flourishing on offense. He is just fearless on that end.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Horford inside the line. Here's Pritchard. A three-pointer off the mark. The three. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, good for 3. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Brown. No good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They see. Thank you, David.
This face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the... Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Holiday against DiVincenzo. Knocked loose. Randall outside. McDaniels from long range. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis surveying the floor. Hacked on the shot, and that'll send him to the line for 3. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
Standing at 7'3". We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
And he nails the 3rd. And here's Minnesota now. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Randall, the pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Offensive board. Randall, a screen on Brown. Here's McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. Some solid defense from Holiday.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to White. Launches a 3. He drops it from range.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
The kick out to Edwards. Now Randall. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
White, the pass to Tatum. Holiday, a screen on Randall. There's Tatum with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Randall, left side. Back to DiVincenzo. Edwards, a screen on Holiday. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Outside, Brown. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Randall. Alexander Walker comes in for Edwards. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Brown. Reed for 3. Here's Gobert. Beyond the arc. And Reed with a basket on the assist from Gobert.
Great dime by Gobert. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
Pass to Tatum. Here's Hauser. Back to Tatum. White on the wing. Tatum with a screen. White, the pass to Holiday. Off target from outside. Minnesota in the lead. Outside, Alexander Walker. Gobert with a screen on White. Pass to Reed. We've got 1:08 left in the opening quarter. And here's McDaniels. Reed sets a screen. McDaniels up top. Fires the 3. Holiday grabs the miss. The Celtics have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's White. On the wing, Tatum takes a 3, and the three-pointer goes. Tatum's got 6 points.
With his feet set, Tatum's gonna make you pay.
Up top, Reed, pounded by Tatum. Reed passes to Gobert. Outside, Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's Gobert. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Holiday. The kick to Tatum. Got a piece of it. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Celtics. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Edwards on target.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. It's Brown on the wing. Here's Hauser. Here's Pritchard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Fast break, Minnesota. Edwards looking for an opening. Nifty move. Oh!
Wow! Man, what a move by Edwards. That was phenomenal.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Conley. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. No points yet. Back to Pritchard. This one for three. Reed with the rebound. Poke loose. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. And, Coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reid is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
From deep, Conley. And another three from Minnesota.
Yeah, Conley knows where his team needs him to be in transition, taking full advantage of the fast break opportunity.
The three from Craig. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Kick out to Brown. Back to Pritchard. Will it go? Gets the three to fall. Pritchard's got 6 points.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Reed for three. Boston with a rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Hauser. No good on the triple. Minnesota leading by 4. 3 on 3. Here's Edwards. Oh! Edwards packs it home.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Anthony Edwards.
Here's Hauser. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Hauser's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Outside Conley. Back to Reed. Clark left side. Randall outside. The kick out to Conley. Now here's Clark. He's guarded closely. Basket's good. Clark's gotten his first points in this one.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Here's Brown. To the wing, right side. Cornette sets a screen. Here's Hauser. Sweet little floater. Hauser's got his second basket.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
To the middle. Brown against Edwards. There's the three. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Celtics trail by 3. Out to the right wing. There's the screen. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. Fires the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Randall is screen on Brown. And here's Edwards outside. He can't hit that time.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Outside Craig. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Lets it go from deep. No luck on that one. Oh, he trained. And the time. Well, these teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
Tie game in Minnesota. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
But when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
So the Celtics 5 right now. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the center, blocking down the middle. Ingles, good. Looking at lineups around the league, Graham, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit. And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Conley passes to Reed. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Reed's got 5 now.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Brown passes to Tatum. Tatum on the drive. Outside Porzingis. And again, Boston with the triple.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Ingles, the kick out to Conley. And it's off from three-point range. The Celtics have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Right side, Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Holiday, a screen on Reed. Holiday drives in. Count it. And now a 3-point Boston lead.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Holiday shifts gears, he quickly leaves people behind.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Graham. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Fast break, Minnesota. Pass to Conley. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Reed with it, guarded now by Holiday. The kick out to Conley. Ingles from outside. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oh, Porzingis, a huge target.
You see the reach of Porzingis. His length is what makes him a prime-time alley-oop threat.
Edwards against White. Edwards, a pass to Conley. There's a screen. And he lobs it up. Edwards using the vertical. Wow.
Oh, my. Edwards going way out for that play.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And he makes a first. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Porzingis.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Randall's got 6.
Striking as fast as he can. Randall catches the defense unprepared with the pull-up.
Porzingis with a screen on DiVincenzo. They kick it out to Porzingis. Fires from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Alexander Walker, the pass to Randall. Puts up a 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Back to Horford. Pass to Holiday. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. They kick it out to Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
It's stolen by Holiday. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Jaden McDaniels, Dillingham out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Rudy Gobert, and it's Randall in at the 4 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Pritchard, checked by Randall. Back to Pritchard, 5 to shoot. Holiday against DiVincenzo. Oh, they get a hand on it. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Tatum against McDaniels. Pass to Randall, outside, DiVincenzo. To the right side. Here's McDaniels, and here's Randall. And he can't get that one. Nice D from Horford. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Back to Pritchard. Let's go with a 3. Connects from downtown.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
On the wing, Tatum. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Takes a step back. Randall, right side. Outside McDaniels. For 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Boston leading by 9. Down low. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
DiVincenzo finds Randall. Here's Dillingham. Launches it. And it's Randall that time on the assist from Dillingham. Randall's got 9 points now in the second half. Porzingis in the post. He's against Gobert. Holiday passes to Pritchard. And there's the screen. Back to Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Timberwolves trail by 8. Randall outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Brown's checked in. Here's DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. The 3. Offensive rebound. McDaniels against Brown. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo with a screen on Holiday. And here's Edwards outside. On target from range.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Here's Brown. There's the drive. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
They set the pick. Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either.
Big margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
It's McDaniels on the wing to tie it up. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Outside Holiday launches a 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Edwards for three. And knocks down the three.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
Randall, a screen on Holiday. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Randall deciding where to go with it. Randall, a screen on Holiday. Outside for Randall. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
And Tatum, here we go. Brown, a screen on Gobert. Kick out to Brown. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. What a performance they had here at home today.
but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. And here are the Thunder now. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's McDaniel. Gobert with a screen on Hartenstein. Offensive rebound. Holmgren with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
DiVincenzo passes to Gobert, and that one good.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Outside Williams. Lets it go with the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. McDaniels with the ball. Williams picks him up. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Randall, a screen on George. Unloads. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Edwards got 6.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Now Randall, after the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Williams with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Man, showing some terrific range.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. So it's Minnesota now. After Lou Dort's three-pointer that didn't go. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Dort. 6 points here for Jalen Williams. Edwards looking it over. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. DiVincenzo with the screen on Dort. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Thunder have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. And they call an illegal screen here.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Now's Reed. He's checked in for Gobert. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. A floater. Shot clock at 3. Williams comes with a double team. Three-pointer, Randall. He made it! He got it!
Big time!
Wow!
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Both Jalen and Jalen Williams are out there. One at the 3, the other at the 5. Isaiah Joe is out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Wiggins in at the 4-man position.
You make a 3 on Conley, he's looking for payback. He's got great competitive spirit.
Minnesota leading by 3. Alexander Walker passes to Randall. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Caruso, no good.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit. When you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
And that one's good by Clark.
Leave somebody open on Conley's team at your own peril. He's going to make you pay for that.
The Thunder with another miss. Minnesota with the ball. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. And then Randall slams it in.
You gotta have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Gobert, he's checked in for Randall. Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Conley against Caruso. Here's the 3. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 11. Here's Joe. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Joe's got his first 3 points of the game. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
Clark against Wiggins. It's Dort on the wing. 3-pointer. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's the break. Caruso with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. Back to Caruso. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Here's Reed. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Thunder trailing by 5. Pass to Wiggins. Lets it go from deep. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Gobert kicks to Clark. At the top of the key, Reed. A 3 ball. The Thunder pull it in. Outside Williams. Pass to Caruso. With the shot. No good there off the double clutch.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Reed gets the bucket.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Caruso against Conley. A three-pointer. Wiggins. No good that time. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Conley kicks to Reed. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Reed's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Conley. Clark outside. Conley kicks to Reed. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And so it's Minnesota. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams, getting it done today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
They've got Dillingham. Anthony Edwards out there with Reed. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Garza in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Fades back, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Edwards. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Holmgren with it. Picked up by Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Shoots the 3. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Holmgren.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Holmgren against Reed. Holmgren kicks to Williams. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times, but that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Uncovered. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Dillingham setting the screen for Edwards. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Holmgren against Reed. And Chet Holmgren gets the three. Holmgren's got the lead up to 2 now for the Thunder. Here's Dillingham. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Williams against Edwards. Reed with a screen on Williams. Pass to Dillingham. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with 3 there. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren launches it. Dillingham with the rebound. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Minnesota. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Now Holmgren. Fires away from way outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Minnesota. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Isaiah Joe is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint. And the jump by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Wiggins surveying the floor for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Randall finds DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. And so it's Oklahoma City with it, trailing by 2. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Free throw good, Edwards.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
And Gobert kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Over Joe. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Randall dishes to Edwards. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. Connects from 3-point range. DiVincenzo's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for Minnesota. Stolen by McDaniels. Randall kicks to Edwards. Back to Randall. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. Out to Edwards. For the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. McDaniels against Holmgren. Joe passes to Williams. Williams, a screen on Randall. Floats it up for Williams. It's stolen by Randall. Holmgren with the steal. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Thunder also changing it up. Dort comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander sub in for Wiggins. Edwards cashing in from outside.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Thunder trailing by 6. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Randall with the bucket.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside, Edwards. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it again. Here's Holmgren. Shot to stop the run. Here's Williams. Floats it up for Holmgren. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Edwards.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Edwards inside, defended by Dort. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Thunder trailing by 7.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Inside, Williams. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
No one being random as he lets it go. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
It's not over yet.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. They get the rebound. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped. And now Minnesota on the fast break. McDaniels gets a wide open look. No good, unable to end this run. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try.
All right, David, thank you.
defenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Holiday passes to White. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Holmgren finds Hartenstein. And he banks in the layup.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates, a very heady passer for a big man.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick. Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Clock at 2. Porzingis misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Outside, inside, in between, doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
The 3, Porzingis. Williams grabs the board.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Outside for Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. Over Porzingis. Again, Oklahoma City. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Tatum, a screen on Williams. On the wing, Holiday. The kick out to White. Can they get it? Nails it from 3. White's got 6 points.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the three. The shot, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Three-pointer, Holiday. And again, Boston with the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
And here's Brown for three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Thunder have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Left side, Porzingis. Dort against Holiday. Outside Tatum. From deep. The shot misses. Thunder with a lead. From deep, Holmgren. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Fast break, here we go. This one for three. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Thunder shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Back to Holmgren. Hartenstein finds Holmgren. Williams with it. Tatum with a steal. Outside, Brown. Outside, Holiday. Gets the three ball to go. Holiday's got 6 points.
With balance and good. Rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. No good, and they can't put it into the drought. And the Celtics shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Back to Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Holiday, a screen on Holmgren. Outside Holiday, the three, drills it from deep. He's got 9. And so it's Drew Holiday making things happen for the Boston Celtics. He dropped 3. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Isaiah Joe. Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Cason Wallace, and it's Williams in at the 5. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Caruso. 4 on the clock. They get it again. Oh, he misses the dunk. The layup might have been a better option for him. Here's Wallace. Kept alive. Wiggins passes to Joe. Wallace with it. Pass to Joe. And he He lobs it up to the rim. White with a steal. The ball's knocked loose. White with a steal. Here we go. Here's Hauser. Outside White. 5 on the clock. They set the screen. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. It's scooped up. Pass to Pritchard from the arc. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Pass to White. Back to Pritchard. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Caruso outside. To win the run. Knocks down the triple.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. Fires from deep. Cornette passes to Horford. Jacks up a 3. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Cornette. He's scoreless. Here's Hauser. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Thunder trail by 6. Here's Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Hauser's got 6 here in the quarter.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Joe misses. Boston leading by 6. Takes the 3. The rebound by Wiggins. Wallace outside.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Pass to Hauser. 4-3. Here's Cornette. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Very pretty alley-oop. And now it's an 8-point Celtic lead.
Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I had no idea what he was going for. Here's Pritchard. 6 points for him. Pass to Cornette. Out to Horford. Up in time. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Celtics up 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. What a game we're seeing from Drew Holiday.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at center. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Tatum with a screen. White, the pass to Porzingis. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The 3 from Holmgren. Oh, the long ball from Holmgren. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
The kick out to Williams. The 3 ball fires in the triple.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Beyond the arc. Porzingis can't get that one to fall.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
The kick to Tatum. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by Boston. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Williams on the wing, hounded by Tatum. They now take the lead. Holmgren's got 6 points in the quarter.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
It's stolen by Tatum. And he lobs it up top. Oh, Porzingis, a huge target.
You see the reach of Porzingis. His length is what makes him a prime-time alley-oop threat.
You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning. This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires for 3. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
Porzingis finds Tatum. Lets it go from deep. The Thunder pull it in. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Dort's shot is good.
And Dort just wanting that basket more than anyone else. Give him credit for out-hustling everyone.
Pass to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. Williams misses. Boston trailing. White for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Outside for Dort. Fires the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Dort's got 6.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Looking to win the run. Outside Holiday for 3. Dort grabs the miss. Thunder leading by 5. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren powers it in off the lob.
And timing like this will serve Holmgren well. Leaping at the exact right moment for the alley-oop.
The kick to Tatum. He takes it in. And finished off by Tatum.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Hartenstein in the post. Defended by Porzingis. And it's the Celtics ball. Trailing by 5. And then Tatum slams it in.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
From deep, Holmgren. Offensive rebound. Holiday surveying the floor. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 15. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that one's on target from the wing. And the Thunder lead by 2. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City, helping them space. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've got Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins out there with Holmgren. Then it's Williams, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. Williams passes to Caruso. Lets the three fly. Boston pulls it in. Here's Pritchard. There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Stolen by Wiggins. It's a one-on-one situation. Fires the three. Oklahoma City the rebound. Wallace the pass to Williams. Pass to Wiggins. It's stolen by Holiday. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Right side Holiday. Craig finds Holiday. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Caruso. Brown, a screen on Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, Boston with the triple.
Gotta love the confidence. Brown wasting no time firing away.
Pass to Williams. Horford against Holmgren. From behind the arc. It's kept alive. Wiggins outside. Wallace, the pass to Caruso. Back to Wallace. Let's go with a three. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics lead by 4. Outside, Brown. Offline with a three. Oklahoma City's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. On the wing, Caruso. Back to Williams. Fader on the way. Boston pulls it in. They've led by as many as 11. Brown with it. Caruso covers. Here's Pritchard. Out to Craig. Screen by Horford. Craig passes to Brown. Back to Craig. From the wing, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Wiggins. Thunder trail by 4. Left side, Williams. Caruso finds Williams. To win the drought. Here's Hartenstein. Pass to Holmgren. Now Williams. Back to Holmgren. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point land. Here's Hartenstein. And at last, they get one to fall.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Holiday passes to Pritchard. To the left wing. There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And Boston with some changes. Porzingis has checked in for Craig. Jason Tatum comes in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Pure from three-point range. And the the Thunder lead by 1. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Hartenstein, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Tatum, right wing. And stolen by Williams. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Pass to Holmgren. The 3 is up. Porzingis grabs the board. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Williams from long range. Boston pulls it in.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Brown! Oh, my goodness!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with it. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't cash it in. Outside Porzingis. Yes!
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
And so it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson.
fans of fireworks, Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Brown deciding where to go with it. Holiday, a screen on Edwards. Brown kicks to Holiday. Shot's good. Brown making the play.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Three-pointer, Randall. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And that one, good.
You have to have a quick release in the catch-and-shoot game. Otherwise, you allow the defender to catch up. Derek White's like, no, sir, I'm putting this one home.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Goes up and finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
To Porzingis. From 6 feet. Holiday inside the line, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him. This guy, a tough cover for any defender, creative and assertive scoring the ball.
The kick out to Brown. Sinks the three-pointer.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Fires for 3. Knocks it loose. Gobert in the corner. McDaniels gets a wide-open look. Drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Holiday, the pass to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Randall. Over in the corner, White. There's the triple. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White, rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Out to Porzingis, beyond the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall.
It's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Well, the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for Randall. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. 5 to shoot. Pass to Pritchard. It's up a 3. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Boston. Boston's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. All alone. Rebound, Boston. Here's Pritchard. Outside, Horford. Three-pointer. Another shot. Here's Cornett. And botches the dunk. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. To the right side. And the wide open shot from Reed. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Here's Pritchard, over by Conley. The wide open look here for Holiday. No good with the triple. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Alexander Walker finds Reed. Now McDaniels. Here's Alexander Walker. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He finishes with... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Oh, what a dunk!
Out below! Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's White missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Substitution, number 00, Terrence Shannon.
Edwards looking it over. Outside Conley. Out to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Pritchard passes to Porzingis. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Torrey Craig. He's checked in for Pritchard. Here's Tatum. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
What's impressive to me about Jason Tatum is how he attacks his weaknesses in the offseason. This guy is committed to greatness.
Celtics making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Garza's checked in, and it's Joe Ingles in for Julius Randle. For 3, Edwards. Great D that time from Tatum.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Here's Brown. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And here's Conley outside. The rebound by the Celtics. Here's Tatum. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Tatum.
But Jason Tatum worked hard, being comfortable in tight windows off the dribble drive. That was a nice-looking move.
Garza no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Tatum's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Shannon. Back to Edwards. Here's Shannon. The Timberwolves again can't hit. White with it. Picked up by Edwards. The three from Tatum. The three is drilled by Tatum.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum. Ready to catch it and score it immediately.
Outside Edwards. Stolen by Tatum. And here comes one. Leading the fast break. Brown wide open. He fires. Misses the three. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Edwards. Conley with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Conley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's White. The kick out to Brown. Good on the three-point shot. Brown's got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
A high-value three-point opportunity for Jaylen Brown. This guy's a threat from anywhere.
Tatum with it. Picked up by Edwards. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by White. Tatum's got 12 points now in the quarter. Minnesota's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. There's a good screen. Edwards inside and taken away by Brown. And we finish one half of basketball. Celtics lead by 7. Yeah, Jet, thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
27. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. W.B. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Anthony Edwards out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Garza in at the 5, roaming the pace. And here's Edwards from the arc. Celtics leading by 7. Pass to Shireman. Here's Queta. Here's Shireman. Craig sets a screen. Right wing. 6 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Hands it from downtown. Tatum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics. Ingles passes to Garza. Launches a 3. And Shireman pulls it down. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And White kicks to Tatum. Ball's knocked loose. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's picked up by White. Pass to Shannon. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And here's the fast break. There's Tatum. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
You can see the length and the impact defensively of Jason Tatum, the rip and then the score on the other end.
It'll go. The Boston lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Alexander Walker. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. For Minnesota, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Pass to Hauser. Minnesota with the rebound. Shoots the 3. Edwards can't hit. Celtics leading by 7. Holiday with it. Out to the wing. Here's Hauser. He has yet to score. And Drew Holiday with the 3. And the Celtics lead by 10.
And I love Holiday's shot selection. Fantastic at realizing when he should shoot off the catch.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's McDaniels in for Edwards. McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Reid. Connects from three-point range. Reid's got 6.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Timberwolves trail by 5. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Rebounded by Hauser. Here's Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. Hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 6 points in the quarter.
What focus there from Holiday on the shot. He really makes the most of his looks.
Here's Randle. And then Randle slams it in.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Pass to Hauser. From deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Picked by Randle. Alexander Walker passes to Reid. Back to Alexander Walker. Here's Randle, guarded by Horford. Here's Randle. Looking for McDaniels. He gets it there. Fades and shoots. Randle no good. Boston leading by 9. Now Horford. Still yet to score. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Shoots over Reid. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Timberwolves trail by 9. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. Jaylen Brown out there with Porzingis. And it's Cornette in at the 5. Down low. That's the Boston 5. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Tatum, he's checked in for Porzingis. McDaniels in the post. He's covered by Brown. Shannon buries it from three-point range.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Holiday dishes to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Three-pointer. Good. It's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 5th assist in this one. Timberwolves trail by 9. Gobert, the screen. Off target at the rim. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Fires from deep. No good that time.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Tatum kicks to Holiday. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Tatum passes to Holiday. Here's Cornette on the clock. Over Randall. Cornette can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just basically whiffs on it.
Well, Julius Randle at the open floor can be a real problem. It shows you that right there.
Out to White. Pass to Holiday. Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Wasted no time on that one.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
White, wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Randall finds McDaniel. Randall left side. And another three for Minnesota.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
White setting the pick for Tatum. Pass to Cornette. The three trains the three-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on him.
So the wing on the left. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Fires for 3. They get it back. Outside for Randall. Gobert with a screen on Tatum. Randall dishes to McDaniels. Back to Randall. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Randall's got 9 points here in the second half. Here's Cornette. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 7th assist in the game.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Outside Holiday, and again, Boston with the triple. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Celtics?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now and taken away by Brown. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Brown. Zinkas is checked in for Boston. .56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards, no good. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. White the pass to Tatum. Driving in. The kick out to Holiday. For 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
McDaniels against Brown. Back to Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Brown. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the home. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.